For the optimistic cynic, shit. Ho got a hell of a grip. It's never a problem till niggas is piling and bitches they are. Live it up, live it up, live it up.
Let's hope we get third time lucky. I wanted to talk about, like, when I first started riding, if I could go back, what would I say to myself to help me avoid some mistakes that I've made? First of all, I would tell myself to wear safety gear, man. It costs a bit of money, you don't look as cool, but it's worth it, guys. I'm telling you right now, it's worth it. Like, I didn't have gloves when I started, and then it started getting cold, and man, it's not a good feeling when your fingers are so far frozen that you can't shift, you can't hold the clutch in, or whatever. It's a bad feeling, man. The other thing I would tell myself, don't try and pull U-turns, don't try and pull U-turns before you're experienced with the bike and you know what you're doing, because that's actually how I dropped this bike. It was only a little drop, but it was still a drop. Like, I was just practicing. I didn't have my license, I was just practicing the friction point and just shifting up and down into gears before I actually went for the test. My street has a steep, like quite a steep hill at the bottom of it, and so I went down there and I was trying to pull a U-turn to go backwards, right? And yeah, the bike's weight toppled on me because I started going really slowly, so I felt the weight against me, and then I just had to sort of just gently place it down. The damage was just a little bent shift lever. I still haven't fixed it, I haven't had the time, because I can still shift and everything is fine. But yeah, like, it could have been a lot worse. The other thing I would tell people, well, tell myself, is about the riding posture. When I first started, I used to clamp my handlebars, and I would clamp them to death. I was never letting go of those things. But doing that causes you to bend forward, and puts pressure on your lower back. It just strains your back, to be honest. And it's also a safety concern. For example, if you hit a speed bump, then you're going to be pushed back a little bit, and if you have a death clamp on those handlebars, then your wrists are gonna slip back as well. Your wrists are gonna slip back, making you increase the throttle, which is not good, man. You're gonna go faster forward, and ultimately you're gonna end up off the bike. So what you actually want to do is, see, just then, almost, if I had a death grip on my handlebars, I would have increased the throttle heaps. It would have made me go a lot faster and could have ended dangerously. But what you're supposed to do is have just slight pressure on the base of your thumb, so you can lean and steer with the bike. And you're also supposed to put some pressure on your tank. You're supposed to clamp them with your thighs. So in any case, if you do get pushed back because of a ditch or something in the road, you're gonna not fall off the bike first of all, and you're also gonna not increase your throttle. You're actually gonna engage engine braking, so you're gonna go slower, which just helps you, which is gonna help you in this situation. You're not gonna get into any trouble. And you also want to make sure you're sitting at a comfortable angle. Like sometimes I lean forward too much in when it's like windy or something, and that puts a lot of pressure on your lower back, to be, especially if you're holding, like if you're carrying a backpack or something. It's just not good for you. And yeah, it's in the long run, it's really going to affect you. The other thing I would tell myself is to not worry about the ELS test. Because honestly, I was stressing out over the ELS test to get your ELS in South Australia, but it's a much smaller deal than they make it seem out to be. Like in the practice, because the course goes over 2 days, and in the first day they get you to do the basics, and then towards the end of the day they get you to do all the maneuvers and drills that you're going to have to do in your P plates. So that's after, which is after having considerable experience. So just don't stress about your L plate exam. Like the test they get you to do when it actually matters is they get you to ride in a circle, in a oval actually, and you have to shift up to the third gear, then you have to shift down to second gear and make a small C-shaped curve turn, and then go back into third, and then repeat that process and come back to the starting point and shift down to first with your foot down and your wheel at the line. So it's pretty easy, especially after practicing for like the day or two which you get in the course. I would recommend practicing the friction point, like understanding how clutches work and stuff, especially if you've never driven a manual vehicle before. Like it really helps you, and the instructors there can really see that you're confident and you know what you're doing, and they don't feel that by giving you the license they're gonna put their jobs in danger. As long as they feel that, then they're gonna let you pass. Just don't worry about those. Basically, that's what I would tell myself if I got the chance to, about a year ago, when I started riding. Yeah, when you start riding, you're gonna understand how to activate lights as well. Especially this intersection, corner of Grand Junction Road and Walkleys Road, is really dodgy. I remember when I first started coming here, I would just, especially if it was like no one was around at night, I would just sit here for like 5-10 minutes without the signal turning green for me. It was really annoying, but eventually I figured out that there was like I guess a pressure plate here, and that lets the traffic signal know that there's someone waiting to turn right here. And yeah, so you're gonna find lots of things because you're out and about on your bike, not the confinement of your car. Also, if you want a video about how to get your L's, it's really easy, but I know I was stressing a lot when I first started, so if you do want that video, just drop a like below. Just lets me know that people are interested in this content. Yeah, and I'll see you guys later.